Good evening everyone, and thank you for coming out on this wet night. As teachers, wet weather ranks about our least favourite. The children are inside, desperate for a game of handball on the veranda. However, we all know how that goes. The ball goes into the rain, the kids go out into the rain afterwards, everyone ends up wet, and there's a bit of an odour in the classroom after that. My name is Vanessa Tasker, and to your children, I'm Mrs. Tasker, or sometimes Mum if they forget where they are. I'm the school's dedicated health and PE teacher, and I'll be talking to you about the direction we are heading in with foundation children and the reasons we head into that direction. PE has changed considerably since I was at school and you were at school. We are much more inclusive now. Girls can play football, boys can play netball. There are two strands, social and community health, and the other is movement and physical activity. We break that up further as we go through the curriculum. The focus areas addressed in foundation year are safe use of medicines, food and nutrition, health benefits of physical activity, mental health and well-being, relationships, safety, active play and minor games, fundamental movement skills, rhythmic and expressive movement activities. Here we use the Australian curriculum, which is a nationwide policy. Under the policy, students receive a holistic experience, which is critical as it provides and allows for students to develop skills as well as understanding to make improvements in their health and in their well-being. There are certain skills that each child must master by the end of the year called fundamental movement skills, which are the building blocks for future, more difficult movements. In this age group of predominantly 5-year-olds, they should master such skills as successfully dodging a ball or target, skipping in a forward motion, throwing a ball, using their preferred hand with force or direction, kicking a ball that is rolling, jump, run with balance, kick a ball that is not moving, stop a ball that is moving with their foot, balance using one leg only, skipping in place, take hold of a ball that has been bounced to them, hopping with one foot and then hopping with the other foot. Children don't naturally know how to do this, it's up to us to guide them. My favourite game to play with the children at this age group, it's a cool down activity, but it's called Assassin. Basically, you'll have all the children sitting in a circle and one of them is the assassin. The assassin winks at you, you've got to die in a very overly dramatic way. This activity also ties into their learning through movement module. It's a great activity to play at home as well, the kids love it. Just like the physical part of the curriculum, the health side is also requires careful planning to ensure that it is informative and relevant. Although they are frequently alluded to as interchangeable, health and PE are two very different things while being part of the same unit. Physical education is the act of doing, while physical education is teaching the children the plus side of physical activity, as well as the promotion and lifelong healthy habits that aligns with the curriculum, such as what keeps me healthy and how can I avoid disease. When it comes to teaching HPE, it is important for us not to rely on any one teaching or pedagogy method. If we show a child how to do something and instead they do it a different manner, they may need to learn it other ways to adapt that movement, to play a variety of sports and attend to different activities. If we talk about the action of throwing overarm, that's needed for cricket, softball, javelin, tennis and so forth. Accordingly, we use a play-based approach to allow experimentation as well as visual and verbal cues to ensure all students are capable of understanding the instructions. One of my favourite ways to ensure this and to keep everyone moving and to keep everybody motivated is to do stations. So we have different stations lined up. The kids go to each station and do the activity. Sometimes the activities are very similar, but they need to do it in a different way. This teaches them that there are different ways of doing the same action. This also brings up another issue of why HPE is so important. At the beginning of the session, as a group, we ask the children to establish rules and expectations for their activities to promote ownership over the task. This also builds trust, communication, and establishes a student-centered learning environment. Further, it is important because it provides children with other valuable skills such as decision making, problem solving, and they learn how to work individually as well as in groups. PE develops communication skills as well as allows for physical conflict resolution. You'll also find children who are active in PE have more resilience, become more natural leaders, and it's really good for their brain development. It is accessible for all children, all ages, all abilities. Physical education is not just for students who are good at sport. They can do it no matter their age, race, gender, socio-economic background or ability. There are loads of online